Hey, Thomas. I just want to ask you, obviously, Zack Hyman's out for the rest of the series. Just want to ask you about what would effect he had playing against him, and how does that kind of change the dynamic moving forward for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great player. He was playing very physically, which I think the defenseman noticed. And even when he's not scoring, he'd be affecting the game in that way. So, I'm happy he's not playing. Obviously, injuries suck, but, he's a good player, and if he's not on their team, they're a little bit worse.
Right side, second row, Robert.
As part of the leadership group on the team, what are the conversations like about your response when there's plays like a slash to Rope's foot? How do you as a leadership group talk about what the best response is in a game?
Probably scoring, trying to win the game. Just not to kind of try to retaliate them. Just do it on the ice, kind of scoring, like I said, and trying to win the game.
Left side, third row, Mark.
Thomas, you guys take a lot of pride in how level-headed and even keel you are no matter the situation. Has that been a challenge in this series with the way the puck's not going in, and has the frustration been mounting a little bit? I mean, you're only human, right?
Yeah, I mean, when pucks don't go in, obviously you get a little bit frustrated. Maybe you want to start changing the way we do things. But, we've been here before. We're professionals, so we have to continue to do the right things. And, that's going to be putting pucks in bodies of the net, and eventually it's going to, start going in for us.
Right side, second row, Mike.
Hey, Essa, you guys have been very good at home. Is there a feel that you are doing things differently here just to increase the numbers, the penalty kills better here? There's just a lot of things that work better in this arena, it seems like.
I don't know really if there are anything like major differences home or away, but it just feels always that the home crowd kind of pumps you up and kind of helps you out. So I would say we're doing the same stuffs on the road and home, but obviously the home rink kind of gives you a little extra.
Left side, back row, David.
Hey, Thomas, you on a personal level, you've already been in a super high stakes situation, kind of win or go home situation in the Four Nations. How could that help you, taking what you were able to do there with all the eyes of the hockey world on it, help you out tonight personally?
I mean, obviously, being in situations like that helps. You're a little bit calmer this time around, but we've been to, this is our third straight Western Conference final, so this is kind of nothing new. Obviously, being down 3-1 isn't where we want to be, but it's still hockey. You just got to go out there and do your thing and try to win a game.
Right side, fourth row, Corey.
As a defenseman, how do you counteract a lot of the speed that you've been seeing from Edmonton offensively, and what are you guys going to try to do headed into the game tonight?
It's a challenge always. I think it's the basic stuff. You try to stay as close as possible and limit those chances for them. Clearly, you can't always shut them down, but you do your best and just have the basic stuff, tight caps and good sticks and play physical when you can.
Left side, second row, Jonah.
Thomas, last year you guys were down 2-0 going to Vegas. Where did you guys find the, I don't know what it was, whatever you used to pull out that series, and is there anything from that you can bring to this one against Edmonton?
I mean, I think that was a pretty similar spot to where we are now. A lot of these games we feel we've played well enough to win or maybe go to OT, but we felt we deserved maybe a better result, and that was the same in that Vegas series. So, I mean, we're just going to continue doing the things that have brought us success and have brought us to this stage, and we believe it's going to bounce our way.
The hardest thing about playoffs is staying in the moment, and whether you're during a game or in between games or after game, all that, it's really tough. It's it's a little bit of mental torture a little bit because you have to be so disciplined all the time. So I think we just got to be for tonight, and then we'll see what happens. You just take it one at a time, and you got to be really mentally disciplined and stay right in the moment of what we're doing.
Matt, you guys were down 2-0 going to Vegas last year, still able to dig out the series. What can you draw from that going into your situation now?
Yeah, I think every team, we talked about this morning, every team that wins at the end of the day has a moment in time where it doesn't look good, and right now that's ours. So last year when we went there, I remember after game 2 feeling like, man, could this be over this quickly? Like that great a year, and could this be over? And then we go and bang out 3 in a row, and so we've done it before against a tough opponent. So. But at the same time, you can't look to the third game. You can't even look to the second game. You can't even look to the second period tonight. You got to look at just the first period and everybody's first shift. And like I said, I think it's all about mindset. And whether we win or lose, sometimes that's out of your control. It's a lot of time it's out of your control. But do you give yourself a chance to win? And I think we've done that the last 2 games. Despite the scores getting away late in the game, I think we've carried a lot of the game and parts of the game, and just haven't broken through, get the lead, tie the game type thing. So there's a lot of good stuff to draw on, and we need to draw on that tonight, and then just have the confidence that we know we can get it done.
We ask all the time about home and road, and there's never usually a good answer, but these 2 teams on the home and road in these playoffs have been night and day. Do you see anything there?
We're not thinking about that. We're thinking about winning a hockey game. When we go up there, we don't expect to lose because we're playing them at home. It's.
Do you do anything at home that makes you guys better?
No. It's same thing I think we probably scored a little more. I think that's been the difference. I think we found ways to score at home more, and I think that's been kind of our thing the whole playoffs is scoring enough, right? And I think we want to try and find that here, and it'd be nice to try and maybe get a lead for a change too, maybe score the first goal. It's not that we're not trying to do that, obviously. It's just we get 3 or 4 or 5 chances and they don't go in, and then they get one and it's in the net. So that's this team. They're very opportunistic, and I think at the end of the day, like I said, you can't think about scoring. You got to think about how do you create the chances, and then the more confidence you build, the more you're going to be able to finish on those.
Why is this such a tough team to be chasing against?
Because they can turn a 45-second D-zone shift into a goal for them. You saw it, the 4th goal in game 3. They're capable of they're always attacking, and they're not getting the line and dumping pucks in very often. They're attacking you, and so you got to be on your toes all the time. And the second you give them a bit of daylight, they can go the other way. And I think we've defended quite well at times, and I think last game, we give up two goals in the whole game, and that aren't empty netters, and you should win those games, right? So obviously there's going to be a little bit of frustration to be where we're at, but at the same time it's got to be a whole new day and a whole new outlook, and I think that's where we're at. And this is a great challenge, and I think all the odds are against us, and we're going to try and claw back.
You guys take a lot of pride in keeping a level head no matter the situation. Has that been more challenging this series just because you're playing well, the pucks don't go in, things like that? Is the frustration building?
Absolutely. I think it's been like that for a lot of the playoffs for a lot of guys, where you feel like you like your game and what you're doing, you're creating chances, it's not going in. So, but at the same time, it's a new day every day, and at any point, a slump can end for a group, and and usually what's on the other side of a slump is usually a hot streak. So you got to have that belief coming in, and I think if you have that belief that at some point it'll turn, you're putting yourself in the right headspace to be confident and to do the things you need to do to turn it, because it doesn't just happen. Nothing just happens. Maybe now and then you get one that hits you and goes in, and maybe that gets you rolling, but you can't count on that. You got to count on where you're at mentally, and I think for us, like you said, we're a level-headed group, and we know this is a tough challenge, but we're ready to attack it.